Michael Douglas Spadoni. That'd be March 17th, 1953. I was born in Terrace Bay Hospital, and we lived in Schreiber all our life. My grandparents, no, they were born in Italy. I got married in 1984. Kathleen, well, I just met her at a high school dance originally, so, and then we started to date. I was in university, I came back from university, and we started dating, and she ended up going to the same university I was at, and we got married after from there. So we have 3 children. Caitlin is 23, Michael is 21, and Courtney is 17. Yes, I'm sort of the accountant for the family business, so, and that's what I've been doing. Favorite memories growing up in Schreiber? I think it was more like it was a great town to grow up in. Like there's lots of kids. We played outside lots. There wasn't, television was just coming in, but you could go outside and pick up a baseball game or a football game or a road hockey game, just about anywhere in town, and get 7 or 8 kids together. Nothing was organized. It was just, and everybody went out. We knew the bushes around town. Went down to Lake Superior. It was more fun. Like there was a lot of outdoor stuff that I find that seems to be missing today. Oh, jeez. Oh, fishing, hunting, sports, bikes. Mostly all outdoor stuff, and swimming. We used to go to White Sand Lake, and then where Rainbow Falls is now. There used to be Walker's Lake. Used to have a swimming beach, and that's where we all went to swim in the summers, and it was just mostly a lot of outdoor sports. So, well, I think the population is growing older. There's a lot less children, so I find that's a big difference. And with all this, computers and everything else, I think the focus has changed from more outdoor rec. There's a lot more of the PlayStations and Xbox and that, and so I don't think kids are near as active. They seem to require more organized sports than we did. We never had organized sports except for maybe hockey. That was the only thing that was organized. Everything else we organized ourselves. So, and that's what I find what the biggest differences are. So, I like to fish, and that's it. Just spend time with my kids. God, I remember talking about when I don't even know if that was way over Schreiber, when the Queen came through. That was back in the 30s, I think, in the 40s. That was a big event, and I remember when the fires were close to the town. They almost came close to evacuating the town at one time, but nothing really, super or something. So it was just a nice place to live. Well, the original Spadonis, they came over from Italy to work on the CPR. So they were building the train tracks and everything, and Gino was the oldest and the first one over, and he worked out of White River, and he saw a need for the Italian immigrants that were there. There's a lot of Italian and Irishmen that were working on the railway, and he saw a need for olive oil and stuff from Italy that they couldn't get here. So he started a little store at a boxcar in 1905. Then he brought 4 of his other brothers came over, and they started to expand the business. In 1910 they built the original store, which is still in White River and operating by our cousins. And then 3 of them stayed, 2 went back to Italy, and 2 of the brothers stayed down there, and then Gino came up here, I think it was in 25, and bought this store. And then in 26 he opened a Studebaker dealership, and in 29 that was converted to General Motors dealership, and that's been here ever since. And they've got a number of businesses. We had a store in Franz, which is just between Wawa and White River. They had a store in Nippigan, and Thunder Bay, even a clothing store. They've been in Manitouage, Marathon, Hornpain, pretty well all the towns on the North Shore. So, oh, and they did furs, general merchants. They used to, when we were kids, we used to sleep on furs in our grandmother's house when we went down to visit. Because they used to trade the furs with the trappers, and then they'd bring them to North Bay where the big auction was. So, but they just kind of dabbled in everything, and whatever there seemed to be a business opportunity, that's what they went into. So yeah, Gino was the first, and then basically my dad became president after that. and then my eldest brother Pat, he succeeded from my dad. And then Pat retired. Now we made our youngest brother Danny. He's now the new president. So then we have a new generation coming up. My nephew Bobby, he's our service manager in Terrace, and we've got two nephews in our Thunder Bay operation that are working there as well. And so that's kind of our fourth generation. So, and the rest of us, we're all getting close to retirement, but not ready yet. So, the area, it's had some hard times. It's nice to see it starting to rebound, and hopefully things will get better, and we'll get more families in town and more younger kids again. So, we liked it because there was just lots to do because there were lots of kids. Both schools were filled. There was always 30 or 40 in classes in two schools, and now they can't even fill that in one. And I think that's made it harder for kids nowadays because there's not as many kids to get together to do different to organize different things to have fun with. And whereas we went out and built forts, tree houses, played games, went fishing. There was lots of things that you could do, but you had lots of kids to do it with. So, and I think that's what's missing. I went to Toronto 1 year, University in Toronto. And, big city's not my style. I transferred up to Lakehead University after 1 year. I said, that's enough of this. Nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. And I just like the area. It's a beautiful area. Scenic, great summers. If you're winter, people like to go, in the winter ice fishing, and that's good. But, so it's clean air. It's pretty nice.